Coming up tonight, Health Ministry yet to decide on restrictions for Western Division, strengthening Fiji's diplomatic relations abroad, and first ever Inspectors Symposium. Good evening, I'm Bainimarama Malo. The Health Ministry has responded to calls made by the Commissioner Western Choweli Thawaki on restrictions to be imposed on flood-affected areas. Health spokesperson Penny Namotu says the ministry is of the opinion that the relevant section of the Public Health Act, Cap 111, does not need to be actioned at this stage.
The Health Ministry has made this decision based on careful consideration of the following issues: confirmed cases of typhoid, dengue fever, leptospirosis and diarrheal diseases have not reached accepted alarming levels to require restriction and isolation of communities. The Health Ministry has also made a decision on improvement of sanitation and environment due to the hard work put in by all government staff activated by the Commissioner Western's office. Following a public health consultation by the Health Ministry last Friday on the assessment and evaluation of the situation of the Western Division, the Ministry has considered that the restriction and isolation of the communities is too early to be implemented.
The reason being is that firstly, the confirmed number of typhoid cases, leptospirosis, dengue fever and diarrheal cases have not reached the alarming level yet, and crisis level, which means that we're still in a safe condition or in a safe area now, and there is no need for implementation of restrictions or isolation of communities in the Western Division.
The Ministry will review the situation tomorrow after it receives further information on the results of tests that are currently being done by the Fiji Center for Communicable Diseases Control at Mataika House in Tamavua.
There will be cost implications on such activity. The implementation of the public health emergency is in line with the Public Health Act, and it considers cost implication not only on the economy, but also as far as the tourism industry is concerned. This is another area that the ministry is considering, and there will be implications as well on this area.
Namotu says the Health Ministry is working towards strengthening its collaboration with the Commissioner Western's office during this rehabilitation period of the disaster. Health is urging members of the public to take precautionary steps in ensuring that their health remains top priority and to seek medical attention should they fall sick.
Lessons learned from the past will guide the country towards setting up a stronger and united Fiji. This was the comment made by the Prime Minister Bainimarama to Fiji representatives overseas. The head of government says Fiji's bilateral and regional relations needs to find a new footing based on current global realities.
As government prepares to commence consultations on the new constitution in the lead-up to the 2014 elections, the Prime Minister Bainimarama says he remains positive that the processes undertaken will serve as an indicator to a transparent and suitable democratic Fiji. Bainimarama assured all overseas heads of missions that they will be the catalyst in further developing their diplomatic engagements with the global community.
We have, of course, broken new grounds in the implementation of the People's Charter for Change, Peace and Progress, particularly on Pillar 11. This week, we have made significant inroads in discussion of our foreign policy direction, which confirms Fiji's steadfast commitment to becoming a good, engaged, and responsible global citizen. I would now like to congratulate and thank you all for the work you have done so far and assure you that you have the support of government as you continue to progress our interests in the wider world.
Since 2006, Fiji's foreign relations has matured. The commitment set out under the People's Charter clearly protects the interests and aspirations of the people. This endorses the principles of sovereignty and territorial integrity as espoused under international law.
As you prepare to leave for your respective missions, I encourage you all to remain firm in our collective efforts to build a better, peaceful, and prosperous and modern Fiji.
The Fiji Police Force is now focusing on strengthening the leadership qualities of inspectors and superintendents. This is as a national symposium is being held in Suva for 109 inspectors, along with prison wardens and soldiers in Suva. The workshop is being held at the Police Academy in Suva, and the Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama is expected to officially open the meeting tomorrow.
Following their meeting with the community earlier this year, the Fiji Police Force is now focusing on their middle managers or their inspectors. Director Training SSP Itendra Nair says these officers are the ones who take policies and ensure that they are implemented, and therefore the Police Commissioner is doing all he can to enforce a culture of good leadership in the force. SSP Nair says a survey carried out has shown that leadership skills are lacking in the force, and the symposium is tackling this issue.
Look at any organization, the way it's structured. The strategic people are on the top, and this group of people at the middle portion are basically your change agents. You can form strategic ideas on top. Who's going to implement it? It's this group of people, and the people right down there, the tactical people. So they act as buffer zones. If these people are good, if their leadership skills are okay, they will be able to better command the group of people down here.
SSP Nair says they have roped in the services of well-known leaders in the community and the private sector to ensure that the officers are briefed on what is expected of them and to also learn how to work with their strategic partners.
It shows how open we are as an organization. We would want to include almost every perspective. And if we only have the police perspective, that shows we are very much closed. But by doing that, we are very open, and we would want to have everyone's perspective included in there. So when we are looking at these things here, the police officer is not only looking at it from the police perspective. It's a whole range of perspectives that you are looking at. We would want to operate the organization like a corporate entity. We would want to save money here and there, just like the corporate entities are doing. So therefore, we have been able to rope in Mr. Joe Roden from, I think, a well-known corporate leader, and he's going to come and talk to us on corporate leadership. Now we have Mr. Aslam Khan, who's coming from Vodafone. He's going to come and talk to us how our police officers can be able to better their services through various modes of technologies which is available.
Coming up after the break, President calls for diplomats to be more in tune with international developments, and Prime Minister urges Fiji's overseas reps to promote Fiji more.